This is the policy dashboard. So the purpose of this dashboard is to provide the policies information on the global scale and also facilitate the drill down for one to reach the exact policy information in all the possible details. So, for example, if we take one case, say, I would like to know more about the policies employed by India. So, I would first click on India, and the first information I can see in front of my eyes is the stringency and the virus related versus poverty deaths. So stringency speaks about what is the stringency index of India. The stringency index includes the kind of lockdowns that were placed in India, what is the border protocols, have they closed the borders or not, uh, what are the laws and regulation levied on the citizens and other kind of things. So like there are around 9 to 10 metrics on which this stringency index is calculated. So we can see the stringency index. We can also see the contrast between the virus related death versus the poverty due to the virus related deaths. So we can see there is of course, there is a deep contrast, which is true for all of the cases. But we'll see further that in few countries, this extreme poverty uh, rate is much more lower than the countries which have a higher number of poverty. So, yeah, we'll see that. So now that we have selected India in the policy domain, we can see what kind of policies India has imposed. So we can see we have 39 uh, policies on the banking sector, 37 in the financial markets, we have 4 in the insolvency, 28 in the liquidity funding, and 3 in the payment system. So let's drill down on, say, I would like to know more about the financial markets or the NBFI policies. If I click on that, I have a few options to choose in the policy details and the policy impact. So I can see I have market functioning, NBFI, and public debt management. So let's go to the public debt management. And here we can see that we have one last option called the adjusting the funding strategy. And there we are. So in this case, we have around three policies. Just for the sake of this example, let's narrow down on this last one, the which is from the Ministry of Finance, which says that decided to increase borrowing limits of states from 3 to 5%. So I want more information about this policy. So I'll just click here, and we can see a web page loading here. And here I have the exact government document which is talking in all the possible details about this very policy. So we can see that India had increased the borrowing limits for states from 3 to 5% only for 2020 to 2021 to promote state level reforms, and there are many more things included in this policy. For example, technology driven education with uh, equity, ease of doing business for the corporations, and uh, many more things. And furthermore, yeah, we can see more information right here which talks in more detail. So yeah, we can just go here, and here it says to support the state governments, and here they have said that uh, this will give states extra resources up to 4.28 lakh crores, and more information on that. So this is the kind of dashboard. This dashboard makes you start from the global level and drills down to the exact policy and all the information contained in it. So this was the idea to, if one is trying to look at what kind of actions the governments are taking, this is just one dashboard which he needs to, inquire and get as much detail as he can with just one visit to this dashboard. So just for the sake of, let's take one more example. So okay, I'm now now let's see more about, say, USA. uh, So firstly, I can see that there is a contrast between the last, like from the last example. So we have a slightly lower stringency index around 61%, and we have, okay, now we can see this one case where the deaths due to extreme poverty is quite low as compared to the previous case that we had seen. And here down we can see what kind of policies USA has imposed. So we can see the liquidity funding, banking sector, financial markets, and again, uh, insolvency. So, okay, let's again go to the financial markets, and drilling down on that, I can see three policy details. One is market functioning, NBFI, public debt management, and here, well, I want to know more about, say, PDM, public debt management. And here we can see that we have two policies in this sector. So to learn, I just want to learn about the last one. Established a municipal liquidity facility that will offer up to 500 billion. So let's click on this to understand more, and here we can see the web page loading again, and there it is. So we have a complete article which is stating about this policy in detail. It says that the Federal Reserve takes additional actions to provide up to $2.3 trillion in loans to support the economy, and all the details related to this policy at one place. So yeah, this dashboard facilitates all the information required for say analysis of the policies which were employed during the COVID era, giving the number of policies, kind of policies, and also the exact policy details. Also touching upon the kind of stringency in the country, and the contrast between the deaths due to virus or economic conditions. So yeah.